What's up, friends, fellow card collectors? Card Obvious here, and happy 4th of July to everybody. I'm recording this on the 4th of July. Whether or not I release it on 4th of July remains to be seen. Depends on if I have time to edit it down today and get it up on the YouTubes. But if this happens to find you on 4th of July, have a happy 4th of July. If this finds you after 4th of July, have a happy belated 4th of July, I guess you could say. Either way, today I'm going to be going through some more Braves cards. We're going to go ahead and finish off binder number 1, which will bring us into the tops. The top stuff. We have been doing a lot of the Pinnacle stuff and Panini stuff. Like I mentioned before, my binders are, at least my Braves binder is by year and then by manufacturer. So yeah, let me just quit rambling and we'll get right into it. Okay, we are going to start off with a score. Andrew Jones. I know it says rookie on it, but I don't think this is considered a rookie card. It's not. I know it's not considered. I believe his rookie's in 96. But yeah, score says rookie. The 90s really didn't have a good basis on rookie cards, so they just slapped rookie on whatever. Whenever a certain manufacturer or a certain brand first printed a card of a player, they called it a rookie, regardless of whether the hobby saw it as a rookie. Here's a 97 score, Keith Lockhart. This is a 1976 SSPC, Max Leon. Is there anything more 70s than that picture right there? The haircut, the stash, everything of Max Leon. And then we're into tops now, so it's gonna be quite a ride through tops because it's got a lot of tops cards. Starting off with a 75 tops Rod Gilbreth, a 78 Pat Rocket, great name. And then we got a 1978 rookies of Bo Diaz, the Murph, Lance Parrish, and Ernie Witt. So really cool Dale Murphy rookie card there. Pretty good condition too. And then we got a 1979 rookie Bob Horner, and then the iconic 1980 tops Dale Murphy. And then we got a 1980 tops with Bruce Benedict, Larry Bradford, and Eddie Miller. Okay, next up we have a 1981, I'm about to say 1979, 1981 tops Dale Murphy. And then the 82 Bob Horner, followed by the 82 Future Stars rookie of Steve Bedrosian, Mr. Bedrock, Brett Butler, and Larry Owen. The wrong Butler, I said. We got a 1983 Jerry Royster, 1983 Bob Horner, the 83 Rick Muller, and then the 83 Bob Walk, 83 Bedrock, Steve Bedrosian, and then the 83 Rick Camp. There was a game between the Mets and the Braves that lasted like 20 innings, I think it was, and I believe it was Rick Camp. Rick Camp hit a home run to tie the game, and like that was ridiculous. It was like the 15th inning or something like that. I didn't watch the game live or anything because I wasn't watching baseball then. But yeah, it's like a famous game in MLB. I want to say it was back in like 85 or something like that. I saw a replay of it on TBS one time. I think it was like was it a July 4th game too? I don't know. I think the Mets ended up winning it, but yeah, like Rick Camp hit a home run in that game as a relief pitcher because both teams had run out of players to pinch it. All right, keeping on with the 83s, we got Claudell Washington, Gene Garber, and then the Gene Garber super veteran. It doesn't look like the same person. Gene Garber super veteran with the Pirates there originally, and then older Gene Garber. And then we got a Joe Cali, Ken Daly, Terry Harper, Brett Butler. I said your name right this time, Mr. Brett Butler. Dale Murphy All-Star, and then closing out this 83 page with Tom Hossman. All right, still in the 83s. I think I have every 83 Braves player. I think. We got Rafael Ramirez, Rufino Leonardis, Bruce Benedict, Larry Wissington, Bob Watson, those big beautiful glasses down there, Randy Johnson, not the pitcher, Lynn Hubby Hubbard. Of course, his most famous card is him holding a snake, which I do not have, by the way. We got Tommy Boggs, and then we got a Biff Picaroba. All right, a few more 83s here. We got a RBI leaders with Hal McRae, Dale Murphy, and Al Oliver. And then we got another 83 Dale Murphy here. Then a Chris Chambliss, closing out the 83 Topps Braves. And then we got 84 Glenn Hubbard, followed by a who's this batting and pitching leader. Sorry, I'm not even looking at my sheet. I'm looking at an Excel spreadsheet with all these, and then my eyes get crossed because I'm looking at a spreadsheet with a bunch of characters on it. It drives me crazy. But anyways, I digress. A Braves pitching and batting leaders of Dale Murphy and Craig McMurtry. Murtry wearing those big beautiful glasses. And then we got a Biff Picaroba 84, Gene Garber, and the aforementioned Craig McMurtry with those beautiful glasses. And then this right here is a 1984 glossy Sinden of Bob Horner. I'll show you the back of that one. All-star set. I believe these were, you had to send in to Topps and they'll mail you a glossy team set, I guess. I don't know exactly how that worked. I wasn't collecting back then. But yeah, if any of you actually participated in the Topps send-in, let me know how that works in the comments below. Okay, we got another glossy send-in here. Mr. Dale Murphy, number 3, doing it for Dale. Shout out to Spidey. We got a 1985 Topps Pete Falcone, Rafael Ramirez, and then on to 86 Topps. We got Dale Murphy, my only 86 Topps Brave, and then 87. So we're getting into the so-called junk wax era. Some people don't like the term junk wax. It doesn't bother me. I kind of use it a little bit as a term of endearment because it was kind of the era I was collecting in. Although I did not start collecting until 1991. Came across a lot of these cards because they were everywhere. Some people say, you know, true junk wax started in 86. For me, it was 87 because like you see these everywhere, and Topps is not helping the fact that they are reprinting the 87 design. It's like, don't we have enough 87 design? But you know, it's a popular design. A lot of people like it, but like, will it ever get old? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, 87 is my official start to the so-called overproduction / junk wax era. All right, anyways, let me quit rambling. We got Billy Sample, we got Ed Olwine or Allwine, Omar Moreno, we got Andres Thomas, a cup card, and a Jim Acker. All right, some more Craig McMurtry. I'm gonna start calling him Craig Beautiful Glasses. We got Dale Murphy, we got Zane Smith, which is funny because I just remember Zane Smith as a Pirate. Because when I started watching baseball, Zane Smith was a Pirate, so I always remember Zane Smith as a Pirate. Chuck Tanner, the manager before Bobby Cox. Yeah, that's all you gotta say, Chuck Tanner. I'm sure Chuck Tanner's got a great baseball story. I gotta look more into I know nothing about Chuck Tanner. I need to look more into him. Ken Oberkfell, Mr. Bob Horner, probably striking out because he was good at striking out from what I heard. And then another Glenn Hubbard. And then we're on to 88 Topps, Ken Oberkfell, and the aforementioned Chuck Tanner. All right, continuing on with 88, we got Charlie Puleo, Albert Hall, Paul Ostenmacher, Deion James, Ken Griffey Sr., Jeff Dedman, Joe Bover. I think that's how you say his name, Bover, or is it Bever? Anyway, either way, Jim Acker, and then Dave Palmer. Okay, we got a 88 Topps Ozzie Virgil, And then this is 89, so we're into the 89s. It's 1989 Kmart Ron Gantz. And we got a 89 Topps team leaders with Andres Thomas and somebody else on that card. I don't know who that is. Maybe Mark Lemke. Looks like a young Mark Lemke. We got Dale Murphy, 89. Ron Gant Cup card. Kevin Kaufman, although he wasn't on the Braves this year in 89. As you can see here, it says now with Cubs. But it says Braves here. He's in a Braves jersey. It's a Braves card. We got Pete Smith, Deion James, and then we're into 1989 Ames 2020 Club of Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy. We have entered the 90s with Mr. Ed Whited, or Whitted. Not sure exactly how to say his name, but this is a rookie of Ed Whitted. I don't know what happened with Ed Whitted. Did Ed Whitted played somewhere else? Whitted? We have Andres Thomas, 90 Topps. Another Joe Bover. Tony Castillo, Dale Murphy, Pete Smith, Jose Alvarez, Gerald Perry, and Joe Hesketh. So you look at these names, with the exception of Dale Murphy, you can wonder why the Braves were one of the worst teams in the league throughout the 80s. I believe they had a couple good seasons in the 80s. Like I said, I wasn't following baseball in the 80s, but I do know they had a couple good seasons in the 80s, but the majority of the time throughout the 70s and 80s, the Braves were like just like a basement dwelling team for like the longest time. Never made the playoffs, rarely made the playoffs, just weren't considered a good franchise. Who would believe that in 1 year following this set, they would have made it to the World Series and became a dynasty that ended up winning a division 14 years in a row, I believe it was. Sure, they won only one World Series, but they were very, very consistently a winning team starting in 1991. So all these 90 cards you see is kind of like in the end of an era for the Braves, the end of a feudal era. And here in 1991, the beginning of the more successful Braves franchise. We got Tommy Gregg. We got Steve Avery, who was part of the turnaround. You got Jeff Parrott. Not sure about Jeff Parrott. Andres Thomas, another Steve Avery. Andres Thomas wasn't really a big part of the turnaround. Mark Lemke had quite a few clutch hits. That's what he was known for. He was just, when you needed a big hit, Mark Lemke would give it to you. If you weren't in a clutch part of the game, Mark Lemke wouldn't hit very well. I think, he was like a 270 hitter or something like that. Lonnie Smith, another big part of the turnaround. Great playoff player. Everybody remembers him for his base running mistake in the 91 World Series, which could have cost the Braves the World Series. And but yeah, I mean, a lot of people forget, and like Lonnie Smith hit 3 home runs in the NLCS that year against the Pirates. David Justice, rookie cup card, big part of the turnaround. W. McDowell, not so much. But yeah, you're beginning to see the start of why the Braves were good. We got Jim Presley, wasn't really a part of the turnaround. Greg Olson was a solid catcher, like wasn't a huge offensive threat, but was very, very solid behind the plate for that pitching staff. Kent Mercker, a very, very solid pitcher. People don't remember Kent Mercker. Very good pitcher for the Braves back in the 90s. Was part of 2 no-hitters. One combined and one he threw himself back in the 90s. Kent Mercker, great starting pitcher. Deion Sanders, 2-sport star. He wasn't the best baseball player, but was a good outfielder and a base stealer. Sid Bream brought a little pop to first base. Couldn't run very well, but ran fast enough in 92. I'm not even mentioning what set this is. This is all 92 Bowman, so after 91 Topps, we're in 92 here. Brian Hunter, another first baseman. I thought he was going to be a star. Had some pop in the bat, but never fully developed into to the slugger I thought he was going to be. Once again, Mark Lemke, just a solid defensive player, decent enough offense at second base, but wasn't, like I said, wasn't great. Just fan favorite type guy. Deion Sanders again. Sid Bream again. Who's that running past first? I can't figure out who's running past first there. For the Expos. But that is 92 Stadium Club. Continuing on with 92 Stadium Club, Ron Gant, my favorite Braves player from back in the day. Power speed combo, really good. Like, was a superstar in the making, just didn't have the consistency to do it much longer. Really good start of his career, and then kind of fell off afterwards. Same thing with David Justice. Kind of burst onto the scene. These two outfielders right here, for the most part, hit back to back in the lineup. Really good, like I think they hit like number 3 and 4. Really good 3-4 punch there with Ron Gant and David Justice. Top prospects. This is 1992 top prospects. Ryan Klesko, big member of the Braves in the mid-90s, was a big member of the World Series team in 95. Hit a couple of home runs, I believe, in that World Series. Keith Mitchell was mainly used as a pinch runner. Same thing with Deion Sanders. You know, defensive replacement in the outfield, what have you. Can't forget Terry Pendleton on the 93 Topps Black Gold here. Terry Pendleton won the MVP in 91. Was it deserved? I don't know. I'm sure there was other players that probably had better numbers than Terry Pendleton. He was just a very consistent hitter, hit over 300. Probably was the biggest piece of the turnaround in 91. Had a monster year, but it wasn't like, I think there was other players that had better years than Terry Pendleton that year. He won mainly because of the story of the Braves turnaround. Mark Wohlers, a big part of that bullpen, early 90s. David Justice again, and Alejandro Pena, another member of the bullpen, solid bullpen arm. I believe it was also I believe it was Merker, Wohlers, and Pena that were part of that combined no-hitter back in, I think it was 91 when they threw that. Okay, moving on to 93 Topps. Or not moving on, but continuing 93 Topps. See, 93 Topps is kind of like the last bit of collecting I did in the 90s, because like I was going in high school, you know, changing interests and all that. You weren't really collecting baseball cards in high school. So like I only collected 91, 92, 93 was as a kid. Those were the only years I collected. So if I'm rambling a lot on this section of the binder, it's because, you know, I guess you could say this is the most nostalgic part of this binder for me as far as cards is concerned. It was 91, 92, 93. After 93, didn't really collect until 2007 when I got back into it. So a good long 14-year hiatus in collecting. I really didn't have much of a collecting thing as a kid. I didn't continue it on. I have a feeling that if I had started earlier collecting, that I may have continued collecting. But I believe most people go on hiatuses when they get into the high school years and college years and all that. But yeah, either way, this is a 93 Sid Bream, 93 Damon Berryhill. So the night that Sid Bream, that famous, you know, 2-out hit from Francisco Cabrera that scored Sid Bream and David Justice to win the NLCS against the Pirates in 1992. Damon Berryhill, I believe, drew a walk just in front of Francisco Cabrera. And kind of controversial. If you're a Pittsburgh fan, you probably thought that, you know, the pitcher that was pitching against Berryhill got squeezed. But yeah, I think he drew a walk in that inning that actually pushed Sid Bream to second base. We got Deion Sanders, 93 Topps. And then we're on to 94. So we're on to the era of when I wasn't collecting, but I was still very much following the Braves. And the acquisition of Fred McGriff was absolutely huge for the Braves. Finally got that power hitting first baseman. Ryan Klesko wasn't quite ready yet to take over the position full time. So we brought in Fred McGriff, and this other player is Kieschnick, I think is his name. Burke Kieschnick for the Cubs. And then we got a Topps Finest, Fred McGriff from 95. And then a 95 Stadium Club members only. No, this isn't members only. This is, I believe I might have this one out of order. I'm looking at the wrong. Yeah, 94 Finest, excuse me. 94 Bowman's Best, 94 Finest. 94 Apici. I jumped too far ahead on my spreadsheet. 94 Apici. And then the 94 Stadium Club Golden Rainbow here with Fred McGriff and Gary Sheffield. Two great players, two possible Hall of Famers. Deion Sanders here on the regular Stadium Club 94. And then closing it out with a Golden Rainbow of Fred McGriff. All right, continuing on with 94 Stadium Club. This is a Team Finest insert of David Justice. It's got the greening. Some people say like the old Finest stuff starts turning green, and here you have an example of it. Like you see his skin tone's way off, starting to turn green there. And then we got 94 Topps, Mike Stanton, Steve Avery, and Tony Tarasco. Mentioned Tony Tarasco before when you about the story when Derek Jeter hit that home run. We got 95 Bowman here, Marquise Grissom, and then the 95 Finest Fred McGriff. I know a lot of you do not peel your Finest cards, but look, this is what it looks like when you peel it. It's so shiny. It's beautiful. I'm for my PC stuff, I peel the finest cards. It's just they're too pretty not to show off that shine. If you're looking to resell a card or something, I would leave the peel on it though. We got a members only 50 Fred McGriff, and then we got a what is this? This is also a members only 50 Ryan Klesko. Just got a different design because of the rookie picks. I believe this one had a protective peel on it too. Pretty shiny. And then closing it out, this page with a 1995 Topps Terry Pendleton. I think this might have been his last year in Atlanta. Maybe 96, I do not quite remember. I know this video is a little longer. I've done a lot of rambling in it, but it is what it is. I kind of want to finish off this first binder. That way we can do some more binder bites in the second binder so I can finish up showing off the Braves binders. And I am running my mouth quite a bit on this one, so just deal with it. We got a 1995 Topps rookie cards. This one has Terrell Wade, Acevedo, Matt Rondale, and Eddie Priest, but it's got a Terrell Wade on here, so it goes in the Braves binder. We got a 95 Topps Steve Avery, a 1996 Bazooka Marquise Grissom, a 1996 Bowman's Best Andrew Jones, and then we got a 96 Topps Marquise Grissom, a 96 Topps with Ron Wright rookie card or prospect card, but of course the big name on this card is actually Mr. Derek Lee there with the Padres. And then we got a 96 Topps Chrome Marquise Grissom, followed by a laser. Love these laser cut cards. Fred McGriff. This one's kind of hard to see because it's kind of a black laser cut. There you go. You get a better idea there, and the light kind of shines through it. And then we got a 1997 Bowman's Best preview card of Kenny Lofton. The Braves traded away Grissom and Justice for Kenny Lofton. Trade I did not like. All right, continuing on, we got a 1997 Bowman First of John Leroy, or Leroy. Bowman's First. We got a 1997 Bowman Chrome Scouts Honor Roll insert here of Andrew Jones. And then we got a 1997 Topps Marquise Grissom, and then a 97 Topps Prospects with Wes Helms, and also has Bill Mueller and Brad Seitzer on it. Wes Helms, power hitting, first baseman. We're supposed to have a third baseman. He actually once drilled Chipper Jones in the ribs when Chipper Jones wasn't paying attention. Wes Helms threw a ball and drilled Chipper Jones in the ribs, and Chipper Jones actually had to go on the DL because of that. I always remember that for some reason. We got a Bowman Chrome Scout's Choice from 99, Bruce Chin. And then we got the Big Cat 1999 Andres Galarraga. Any team that's had Andres Galarraga on it, fans love him. We got a Tool Time Bowman. This is from 2000, Ryan Langerhans. Remember Langerhans? He played a couple seasons with the Braves in the majors. And then a Troy Cameron, who I do not remember playing in the majors for the Braves. And then we got a Javi Lopez Topps Chrome 2000 Javi Lopez power hitting catcher. Never really hit much for average. There's some dust on there. But yeah, I believe he had a couple 40 home run seasons, maybe a 40 home run season. Okay. We got 2000 tops traded. DJ Surhoff for the Braves. I always remembered him with the Orioles. I think he played for the Brewers too. But yeah. DJ Surhoff, another big cat here. This is 2001 tops. Kevin McGlinchey, 2001. Rafael Furcal, 2001 Cup card. I was a big fan of Furcal. Dude had a freaking cannon for an arm. Many people remember him with the Cardinals. I think he played longer with the Cardinals. Or the Dodgers. I can't quite remember, but yeah, dude had a cannon for arms. Popping the bat too. One of those players that definitely lied about his age. I think when he came up, everyone was like, oh, this kid's like 20 years old. I'm like, that kid looks like he's 26 years old. 27. He looked pretty old when he came in the league. We got a 2001 Topps Golden Moments, Andrew Jones. 2001 Gallery, Rafael Furcal. 2001 Topps Marcus Giles. It's the little brother of Brian Giles. He once was involved in a bad collision with Andrew Jones in the outfield. Hurt both players, but I think Marcus Giles got the worst of that. I mean, he was a solid, you know, as far as like body type, he's built solidly, but running into Andrew Jones full speed when he's running in the other direction was not a very good prospect. I believe he got a concussion out of that. There's the aforementioned Wes Helms again on the 2001 Topps traded, and then 2002 Topps, another Rafael Furcal. Okay, this is the last page of this binder, so we'll make this the last page of this binder bites, although this isn't really a bite-sized video. It is what it is. We got a 2003 Stadium Club Adam LaRoche, 2003 Stadium Club Adam LaRoche. I believe there's a couple variations of this card. Well, I liked Adam LaRoche. He was just he never did anything fast for sure, but he had a sweet swing. We got a 2005 Topps Update Andrew Jones, and then a 2006 Bowman Edgar Renteria, followed by a 2006 Bowman Chrome Draft Picks autograph of Dustin Evans, first Bowman autograph. Don't know who Dustin Evans is. I don't think he ever made the majors, but we got his auto. So Dustin, congrats on making the minors and being drafted. And then we got a 2009 Topps Town Brian McCann. There's a couple of versions of this. You got Topps Town, and you got the first class ticket to Topps Town, which looks a little different. I think it's goldish or silverish. I don't remember. And then 2010 Topps Attacks code cards. You know, Escobar, followed by 2010 Topps Braves team card here, franchise history, showing Chipper, and I think that's John Smoltz with them, holding up the 2004 banner when they won the 2004 NL East. And we got Jair Jurgens, former pitcher from Curacao, had some good seasons, really inconsistent. And then closing it out with a 2010 Topps Update Attacks code cards, Jason Hayward. This was actually a big card back in the day because 2010 was Jason Hayward's rookie year. He was one of the hyped rookies that year, along with Steven Strasburg. His rookies were going for big dollars. I guess you could say big dollars is relative to the time that you're speaking, but Jason Hayward cards are big dollars back in 2010. But yeah, so that is the Braves binder up to that point. I say the Braves binder up to that point, but that is the first Braves binder out of the way. Let me get my focus back here if I'm going to start running my lips. Yeah, so we got another Braves binder to go through. So a few more binder bites will be coming up, Braves cards. We'll try to push through. I would really like to get that done before the end of the month, or the end of July, so I can get back into showing Hall of Famer binders. And the reason I want to get back to showing Hall of Famer binders is because I got stacks of Hall of Famers over here I need to put in the binders, but I'm putting it off because I don't want to be too confused. I already got my Braves binder in order. I've already started a new Braves stack of cards that you won't see in the Braves binder because I like to do it all sectional. Like, I'll get this Hall of Famer stuff into the binder and organized, show you the binder bites. This Hall of Famer stuff and organized, show you the binder bites. I kind of like to do that. It keeps me step by step, keeps me moving through my cards. That way they're not stacking up all over the place. But yeah, I appreciate y'all sitting through this binder bites. This isn't a bite. This is a meal, a binder meal, I guess you could say, of my Braves cards. But we are through the first binder. Second binder is going to be all Topps. I think I got a few less cards in the second binder. I don't know. Maybe I have a few more cards in the second binder. Who knows? But it's mostly top stuff, and then some upper deck stuff. I don't have a whole lot of upper deck stuff, I don't think. Definitely mostly tops in the second binder. A lot of tops in the second binder. But yeah, thank you for putting up my rambles. If you're watching this on 4th of July, have a safe 4th of July evening. Don't drink and drive. Don't hold fireworks in your hand. Just don't be stupid. In other terms, don't be stupid. But yeah, thank you all. You've listened to me ramble enough on this one. I'm gonna let you go. Remember, going to control 2 things: your thoughts and your actions. To stay positive, keep ripping them packs, keep filling up them binders, keep supporting each other here on the YouTubes, and I'll catch you all later.